I know everybody, but I don't know Linda. So I am a health coach along with your sister Michelle, and we've been well, like she said, we talk pretty much every day for about a year now, or a little over a year. And we love nutrition and all things health. And but of course, we're realistic and we're real people, and we know that we're not perfect all the time, right? Mm-hmm. So one thing that led me to this opportunity, other than of course fabulous Lydia, was just the fact that I've always wanted to make sure that I do my best with nutrition. Like I said, it's not perfect, but I was trying really hard. I was working out, and I kept running into a little brick wall with my health, as in, I think it's oxidative stress was kind of taking over. You know, you have stress from work, you have stress when we exercise, you know, everybody suffers with a little bit of stress in the body, but to the point where I was getting really physically down, sick. And couldn't eat enough, couldn't do enough. I was trying to rest enough and all those things. And at the time I was talking to Lydia. I met her, which through fitness. We are all three on this same, well, your sister just joined me with the Total Gym. And that's how I met Lydia. We were talking about Total Gym and fitness and all these things. And she shared a little bit about nutrition with me, which I love. I'm a nutrition nerd like your sister. And so we love hearing things like that. And she was just sharing this amazing product with me. And of course, like most of us, we hear a lot of things about a lot of things that are out there. That doesn't mean we're like, yeah, sign me up right now, right? I was like, oh, okay, all right. But I wasn't, at that point when I talked to her about it, I wasn't suffering, right? I wasn't in need of anything at that point. I was like, oh yeah, well, I'm doing everything. I'm eating pretty good. I exercise. I'm not that stressed, you know, whatever. But then when that started happening to me, and it just kind of triggered that conversation that I had with her. And one of the things that she mentioned to me was about immunity. And that word is like huge right now, especially with the pandemic, but how to build and strengthen your immune system. And I remember her saying that because my doctor kept telling me that. She's seen me multiple times and she's like, I don't know what you're doing, but your immunity's down. And I'm like, I don't get it. So I'm like, I've slowed down. I'm checking all the boxes. I'm drinking my water. I'm resting. I don't know what it is. But all I know is I reached out, and me and Lydia were talking again. You know, we always were talking about fitness and things. And I was like, hey, you know, she mentioned to me about this product, and also, which you'll get to hear a little bit more about how I can get it for free for my daughter. So that was like a light bulb. And so I was like, sign me up. All right. And so I just became a customer, and then I became a big believer of what happened. And knowing now, especially as a health coach, I'm a fitness coach, it saying how many, you hear the number of how many fruits and vegetables that we should be eating, you're like, yeah, okay. But really, it's like legit, like we need that. And a lot of us are not getting it. Actually, most people are not getting it. So I always say nutrition is a gift. And when you can have something that's like hitting the easy button to help you get there, then I'm like, okay, this is something that's great for me, for my family. And then later I became a health coach after this, where it became something for my clients. And then of course I want to share it with everybody that, you know, I know. And Michelle being included, I was like, Michelle knows. I was like, Michelle, you got to hear about this. You got to hear about this. Like, this is, at first it was just something that I was just doing for myself and my daughter. My daughter has ADHD and OCD, and we know that nutrition is really powerful for the brain. And I couldn't get her to eat anything other than like mac and cheese, you know, kid crap food. And so it was like, okay, first for me, I want to do it for her for free. Let's just see what happens. I mean, I'm like, I'll try it out like everybody else. Like, you'll try it for a little while and see. And it made all the difference in the world. And I no longer got my immune system down. It's been up ever since. I'm over a year in, haven't had those issues. And I feel really confident, especially when all this happened. I'm like, thank God I got my mother on this when I did. She has a lot of health problems. And just looking at the ripple effect of how something simple can make a big life-changing dent in your health. And so anyway, I'm going to take this away from Michelle to say a little bit about, you know, why she stepped into this. And then you'll get to hear a little bit from Lydia, who's amazing and really is just the kind of we built together that we're just big believers in helping anybody who wants a little bit of up-leveling their health, really, because you don't know what. Sometimes we always say, oh, we feel fine, and you don't really know what feeling good and great feel like until you get there. And it's just, it's been amazing. So I'm gonna let Michelle take over.
Yeah, thank you, Cassandra. Yeah, I think you talked with me about Juice Plus for probably about as long as you talked with me about Total Gym. So I had interest in the fact that just I know I spoke on this the last call that being somebody who used to be somewhat of a gym rat, the supplement world can be very overwhelming when you're trying to find things to help you get to your goals. I mean, do you take creatine? Do you not? Do you need glucosamine? Do you not? Do you need this? What about a pre-workout? And oh my goodness, there's all these protein powders, and now there's even more out there. And so what I love about this and why I decided to add it to my arsenal of tools is because I think it's something that's a lot more simple for customers to understand, that you don't have to be perfect on your timing. You don't have to necessarily hit 30 minutes after your workout or 10 minutes before you go to bed. It's a much simpler product, and I think it's a much more complete product as opposed to the supplement world. So I love that it's something that can aid my clients without necessarily the barrage of all the things that come in the supplementation world. So that's why I was very interested in Juice Plus. And same with Cassandra. I'm always concerned about my kids' health and what I'm feeding them. They both kind of go through phases where they will eat a ton of vegetables and then they won't. And so I love that we have a program that offers these things to them for free to help with their nutrition as well as my own. So I just love what the company is all about. I love what the company stands for, and I just am very proud and honored to be adding it to my repertoire.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. That's so nice. So my name is Lydia Kopika, and I'm a nutritionist, and always worked in hospitals years ago, and now this is my full-time passion. Really, my full-time mission is to inspire healthy living. And so let me ask all of you: do you think it's like the idea of eating healthy? Do you find it complicated? Do you hear a lot of different things out there? So many diets, everybody's doing different things. You know, some people are peeing on a stick. I mean, does that seem normal, just, to be able to eat? And so I think people are like a deer in the headlights. They know they're supposed to be doing something, but nobody knows. Everybody's afraid to make a step because they don't know which direction they're supposed to be going. But it doesn't have to be that complicated, I mean, so we're here to simplify health and healthy eating. And so I'm going to be sharing a slide presentation here. I don't know how to do this. Oops. All right. Can you guys see it? See my screen? Okay, good. Sometimes I forget to hit share. Okay, great. So as a nation, I mean, globally, things are really changing, but especially as a nation, we are unhealthy. 1 in 4 people will die of heart disease. 1 in 2 women and 1 in 3 men will develop cancer. 1 in 3 will have diabetes. And did you know the number of people that are diabetic and pre-diabetic right now is about 50%, and 1 in 5 children is obese. And they say that our children are more harmed by poor diet than by exposure to drugs, alcohol, and tobacco combined. And that's Dr. David Katz from Yale University, is very famous. So one of the problems is that we're being bombarded by toxins everywhere we turn. Pollution, water contaminants, pesticides, over-the-counter drugs, prescription drugs, chemicals, even our skincare and hair care products. More than 50% of our diet is processed foods. So as a nation, we're being overfed and undernourished. Excuse me, and food value is going down. So they actually say that broccoli could lose 50 to 80% of its nutrients before we even purchase it and bring it home. So what are some of the things we could do to be healthier? Well, we probably all know a lot of these things. We need to exercise more. We need to sleep, better quality sleep. We need to manage our stress. We need to drink more water. use cleaner, safer products, and eat real food. And that seems to be the biggest problem. Actually, it's 75 to 90% of diseases are preventable with good nutrition. So as Cassandra mentioned about stress and oxidative stress, it's a normal function of our body, but we're getting too much of it. And oxidative stress is like rust on your car. It eats away at our cells. So when we think of that apple, when you cut it open, once it's exposed to the air, it starts turning brown. That is a perfect example of oxidation. So think about what you do to stop that from happening is we sprinkle lemon juice on that apple because lemon juice is an antioxidant. We get antioxidants from plant foods. And even though we think eating fruits and vegetables is healthy, do most of us really believe that it could change our health, that it could really change our diseases? We need 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And, years ago when I worked in hospitals, we used to teach 3 to 5 servings a day. And now this number is actually 10 to 15. But if somebody is an athlete or children that exercise a lot, or if somebody has a chronic illness, that number is actually closer to 20 now. 20 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. And who can do that? And why does that number keep going up? Well, because number one, produce is picked before the nutrition really even develops. So when they pick those bananas green, when you put them on the counter, they don't continue to ripen. They actually, once they're picked, they start decomposing, they start rotting. So the nutrient value never goes up. It may change color and flavor, but it doesn't ever get any more nutrients. It can't once it's picked from that vine. And then our produce is transported sometimes thousands of miles. And even then, we're not even eating enough of it. So we talk about whole food. What is a whole food? What is a multivitamin? So when you take a multivitamin, it's made in a lab. Your body doesn't actually recognize a lot of those vitamins because it's not food. Your body's meant to recognize food. And so a lot of that we end up urinating out. But we only need 13 essential vitamins. When you take a piece of the whole food, like an apple, there are over 10,000 phytonutrients in that apple. You couldn't possibly get that in a lab-made vitamin. So this on the right side here, this is 400 of the phytonutrients out of the 10,000 that are in an apple. And one of those is ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C. So instead of taking a vitamin C supplement, if you had a bite of that apple, you would be getting the whole 10,000. And so what happens is when you get all these phytonutrients, they work together, they work synergistically, and they become more impactful. Part of what we do as our community is we offer free resources, and it's all about clean eating. So we have a number of different cookbooks. I shared a new cookbook today, the Tower to Table one. We have our shred guides. We have a fitness series, and we have a Start Strong series for kids. And our Shred 10 program, it's a safe detox or cleanse, and it serves as a jump start to our program. So what is Juice Plus exactly? So we take 30 fruits and vegetables that are grown on our farms. They're dried, we grind them up, and we encapsulate them. So it's actually the same thing as juicing. Like if you were to juice 30 fruits and vegetables, only we've done that work for you and we've put them in a convenient capsule. So it's not something you pour in water or you drink, you just swallow the capsule. And you get the whole rainbow of foods. So, I could use spinach or kale in my smoothie every day, but I'm not getting the rainbow, and you have to have that variety to get the variety of nutrients, because all the different colors are actually different phytonutrients in your foods. Now we also have an omega blend that is vegan. Some people refer it to fish oil. Cassie, I loved your story. Was that today or yesterday? About the fish oil. Some people just call it fish oil, but it's actually omegas, an omega supplement. And we skip the fish. We don't have any fish in ours. It's vegan. There's no fishy burps. It's 100% plant-based. It's actually a chewable capsule. But why do we need omegas? Well, basically every cell in our body is composed partly of omegas, especially your heart, brain, joints, skin, and eyes. And if you ask me, those are kind of important parts of your body. Then we offer something called our complete shake. So it's more than just a protein powder. It's actually a balanced meal. There's protein, carbs, and fat in here. It's high in fiber, and that's something you don't typically get with a protein powder. And it is also vegan, and it's very low glycemic. So you don't have that spike in your blood sugar in the middle of the day where, oh my God, I got to have something to eat. I need something to eat right now. It stabilizes your blood sugar. And full of superfoods like broccoli sprouts, radish sprouts, amaranth, quinoa, alfalfa sprouts. And how often do we get any of those in our diet? And this is what I was talking about that I made the ice cream with. Oh my God, it was so good. So another thing that makes Juice Plus unique, number one, it's food. It is not a vitamin. We actually have a food label. We don't have a supplement label. We're non-GMO. Everything we have is vegan, gluten-free, and dairy-free. It's third-party certified because the supplement industry is not regulated. So companies literally can put whatever they want on their labels. It doesn't even have to be in that supplement. So the NSF certification certifies that what we say is on our label is true and it's safe for use. And safe for sports. So actually, Olympic athletes, some of them use the Juice Plus products. It's tested and certified safe so that any professional athletes can use it and they don't have to worry about like anything showing up in their urine or, we don't have any herbs. We don't have any stimulants. None of that is in any of our capsules. And number 3, it is the most researched product in the world. We've been published in 41 different medical journals and studied by a variety of different universities and medical institutes worldwide, published in 3 different continents, so it is global. And these are just a few of those journals. Number 1 over here on the far right, Journal of College of Cardiology, that's kind of a big deal. Journal of Periodontology, actually showing that it decreases inflammation in people's gums. And I've had a number of customers, like I don't tell everybody about all this stuff, but I've had a number of customers come to me and say, my dentist is noticing a difference in my gums and he wants to know what I'm doing because I don't need to get those deep cleanings anymore because it starts addressing that inflammation. Over here, Journal of Gynecology and Oncology, our products were studied on women with ovarian cancer, proving that it helps improve their outcomes. So a few other things, besides cardiovascular wellness, inflammation, proven to help support the immune system, helps improve your DNA, keep those good switches on, the bad switches off. Healthy skin and gums. I mean, I have people come to me all the time, hair, skin, and nails. They're just amazed. And I tell them, that's great, but that's really a sign of every cell inside your body of what's going on, which is even more important. And this is our children's health study that we were talking about that Cassie mentioned, so that kids can get this for 4 years. I mean, who gives free product for 4 years? So we've had almost 2 million children get Juice Plus for free worldwide. We're a global company. And this is what the studies were showing. 60% start missing fewer days of school. That means parents miss less work, more money in the pocket. 56 we're taking fewer over-the-counter and prescription drugs. And that's becoming, that's on the rise for children as young as 4 years of age that are on prescription drugs. They start drinking more water. fewer visits to the doctor, and 61% eating more fruits and vegetables. And I have adults tell me this. And why is that? Because your body craves what you feed it. So when they're flooding their bodies with these capsules or gummies, their body actually starts craving fruits and vegetables. So something we have is our tower garden, and it's an aeroponic, similar to a hydroponic growing system, where you can grow your own greens year-round, indoors and out. And it's state-of-the-art. There's nothing like it in the world. Uses less water than traditional gardening. And there's no bending, no digging, no weeding. And it's tower to table fresh. So it's that vine ripened produce that we were talking about that we're not getting, and there's no waste. You go to your tower, you cut off of it, it goes right into your smoothie or your salad bowl or your pot of soup. So if you're looking for information on our Shred 10, it's none of our products are weight loss products, but people will find they maintain a healthier weight with the Juice Plus products, and during the Shred 10 especially. I've had a lot of people that have lost weight on the Shred 10, and it's not about starving yourself. It's not about calorie counting or points. It's about making healthy changes. Oh, and by the way, you could really get all the products, use them every day for less than the cost of a Starbucks. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this, but some people may want information on how to become a customer, what's the next step, maybe how to earn a little extra money, sharing it with 3 to 5 people, maybe just covering the cost of their Juice Plus, or maybe some people are interested in maybe earning a side income, an extra $500 a month or $1,000 a month or more. I'm going to switch slides here. Let me go back. Talk a little bit more about our mission here. And this was amazing. So when everybody else was shut down the past 2 months, our company's 50 years old. The past 2 months, we had record-breaking sales because people are really concerned about their health. They're understanding that it's about immune health and that we have a way and solutions to help them. And the month of April, we got 50,000 new customers worldwide. And so, some businesses are dying. Ours is taking off because people are realizing that the solution isn't another prescription drug. The solution is getting healthy from the inside out. And there's never been a better time to be in the wellness industry. Whoops, I don't know what I did there. Okay, hold on. Okay. So Jay Martin, he founded the company in 1970, and he's still at the helm today. And his mission has always been to build a stable and lasting company that helps as many people as possible realize their dreams. The company, our core beliefs are longevity, authenticity, quality, community, simplicity, and approachability. We have a unique product. There is nothing like this in the world, really. I mean, who have you talked to that has fruits and vegetables in a capsule? The same with our tower garden. People have never seen anything like it. And so we have a unique product. And over 10,000 medical professionals worldwide recommend Juice Plus to their patients. We are based in Memphis, Tennessee, so we're right here local as far as in the U.S. And a little bit about our franchise. It's $52 a year for you to have your own business. You can work from anywhere, work from your phone. Past every February, I go to Florida for a month. My business goes with me. I could work from anywhere. Small focused product line. This is one of the best things that I love is we sell about 6 products. And it's not because we're a new company and we don't come out with new products every couple of months. when your body's getting the right nutrition, you don't need to have all those products for specialized problems. It's a consumable product. So people get reshipments, and that's really what brings that foundational income. Because like I started this company 5 years ago. I still have, some of the same customers today that I get paid on every month from a sale I made 5 years ago. So it's true residual income. We have no inventory. I don't stock anything, so I don't have any overhead. And at the top, there's a full benefits package, $70,000 in benefits, medical, dental, tuition reimbursement, long-term care. I mean, typically you don't see that sort of thing with direct sales companies. These are some of those benefits I was talking about. We're a company that gives back. We really run the St. Jude's. They have a marathon every year. We're the biggest contributor for that. We're very active with the Boys and Girls Club of America, donating 10,000 meals. Our Complete, like I mentioned, is a meal. We donated over 10,000 meals to Boys and Girls Club of America. And we also have donated a tower garden to every Boys and Girls Club in the US. So it's simple. It's something to do from home. I mean, we're not a party company, but we do some, if you want to, we do some in-home events. And again, it's about inspiring living, so healthy living. So we do like salad in a jar parties, healthy smoothie parties. It's really about educating people. And people join for different reasons. Some maybe just want to make a difference. Like I said, inspire others. Some maybe just want to earn enough for a car, have more time and financial freedom, or maybe they want to be able to give more with their own finances. So I'm going to stop my share. And so when I talked about the small, as far as what we have, we really don't have a lot of products, which I love that. And, Michelle, when you were talking about supplements, the thing with supplements is our bodies like to be in balance, in homeostasis. So sometimes if we take a supplement and it shoots up like a level in our body, now the body thinks it's depleted in some of these other nutrients. And so it constantly fights to bring that back into balance. But when you have food, it can't get out of balance. And so I like to hold up these because just to reinforce that it's not something you drink, it's actually a capsule, and also comes as a gummy. Our green, our red, these are amazing, and purple. And so when an adult starts on the capsules, either the duo or the trio, that's when they can sponsor a child for free. My granddaughter got Juice Plus for free for 4 years. I mean, it's just amazing. And so when I was introduced to this product, I've never taken a multivitamin in my life. I'd never believed in them. And I got started so my granddaughter could get the product for free because she was chronically constipated. So I started taking the capsules, and in the meantime, within a week, she was regular. And my daughter thought there was something anatomically wrong with her because she could not poop. And I just thought, I'm sure it's her diet, So I started for her. But I had a chronic illness, and I was crashing on the couch 3 hours a day. I didn't have the strength to hold my head up. And I started noticing I was having more energy. And I thought, I'm a nutritionist. I'm already healthy. I mean, why would this be helping me? But now, fast forward, everything I know, and we know so much more, I think, as a society, that what we eat really matters. And it's about flooding our body with those nutrients that we're just not getting, and reversing chronic illness. I mean, there isn't any illness in the world that can't be improved through better nutrition. You're talking about improving symptoms. So, so that's why I'm here today. I mean, it's just about really educating and inspiring others, but you don't have to be a health professional to be a partner with Juice Plus. Just have to believe in fruits and vegetables. So, any questions from anybody? No?
I love that one. Again, I love watching and listening to that. And I just love with the giving back part with the Tower Gardens, because with the Boys and Girls Park, I didn't realize that they were the top donors of St. Jude. But yeah, that the growing your own food, and it just makes you think a little bit more, I guess, about, you know, how much food we're not eating, which, like I said, I couldn't eat enough anyway. And when you do eat enough, it's usually not enough of the right things, right? You're like, yeah, I just stuffed myself on the wrong thing, but I like the easy button. And I love these. This is just, okay, so I have this, but, you know, you've had powders and stuff, like, you know, if you want to have a shake, protein drink, whatever you want. I like these little packets. Like, this is the packaging is really, I don't know, maybe it's a woman thing that we get sold on packaging, like the appearance, and this is easy. It's just easy to drop it in, and it tastes good. So that was my other hunt too, is I've, you know, tried different shake mixes over the years, especially in my 20s. And really, people are gonna stick with whatever tastes good, right?
Right.
And if you know, a lot of people will tell you that most vegan shake mixes are not, but you'll hear people say, oh, whey tastes the best. I don't know. This is like really good. And everyone that, all my friends and customers that have tried it, they all agree. And so for a vegan shake, it's so good. My daughter drinks it. That's what me and her had this morning. Both of us, we had our shakes. And so it's just like my go-to. But I'm happy I'm just really proud that I can offer quality NSF certified clean products, because I didn't even realize the value of NSF until I stumbled upon this opportunity. You know, that looking back, you know, being a GNC junkie at one time, I mean, there was literally, I would be like, oh, there's a product for this problem. There's a product that's going to do this, and a product that's going to, and you'll see that, like you mentioned, Lydia, a big one for me, because I've sold stuff in the past. Too much product, too many options becomes a problem. How do you help someone when there's like, you know, 100 different bottles for different things, when food just makes sense? The body knows what to do with it. Like,
Right.
it does. You don't have to sit there and go, oh, do I need this for this? Do I need this to support my you know, immune system, and this one for my cardiovascular, and this one for, it's like, no, let's just keep it simple. Let's just do some fruits and vegetables we don't have to worry about our kids overdosing on.
Right. I know.
So can't get enough of it. It's great information to get out there for people, even just as a takeaway of, wow, just sit back and realize how much you're not getting in, and how much our kids are suffering, and what that means into the future. Because I know Michelle and I, and even Lydia, like, we've talked a lot about this, because Michelle's kind of in that autoimmune world, you know, as a coach, and seeing that more and more it's on the rise. And Lydia, as a nutritionist, knows it's our food.
Mhm.
It's, you know, we are so far in advance with maybe electronic stuff, you know, in that aspect, but we're so behind in nutrition education.
Right. I think
For
we're
sure.
so far away from it. And that whole gut health, I think we're learning a lot about the gut health, and a lot of the foods we're eating is damaging our gut, and this helps turn that around. And so, and Dr. Odom says, you know, just doing the Shred 10, it can have a huge impact on your microbiome just on those 10 days, because it's pre and probiotics, you're feeding the good bacteria, you're flooding your body with what it needs, and it can really turn things around.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sure prior to the last decade or so that we had so much knowledge of the connection between illnesses and what we put in our bodies. So I'm really excited, especially to be a health coach in this time, armed with so much knowledge of, like, hey, what you're putting in there makes a big difference. And obviously we're seeing what's coming out of the things that we're putting in.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, and Dr. Odom talks about how, you know, now we know that we can flip on and off, you know, the good and the bad DNAs, you know, where we're not, just because our parents had something doesn't mean that we're destined for that. Our nutrition can really guide, and we can avoid it, you know, or we could just go straight to that disease. So what is the percentage now? I know I think it used to be 70 some percent was what we could change our disease, you know, direction and lower that down by just, you know, eating healthy and that. But I think it's even higher now,
I think it's
isn't it?
90%, 90 to 95%, they say. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just by making those kind of changes. And this, most people don't want to hear, hey, you need to eat fruits and vegetables. Like they're just like, yeah, okay. And they leave the doctor's office and they're like, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, right.
And so that's where this steps in as that, okay, can we start with this? Would you be able to chew a gummy? Would you be able to swallow a capsule? Will you be able to drink a shake? Like, are you willing to at least do that for yourself and start there? It's like a stepping stone, right? Like Michelle and I do with coaching. We can't just throw the kitchen sink at you and say, okay, we're going to change your life in 24 hours. We're going to go from this to that and you're going to be perfect. It's like we need baby steps to actually make progress and change, you know, and this just completely fills the gap that's missing. And the fact that it's been out for so long is just like, wow, you know, it's right here. We could do this and it's affordable. So it's just, yeah, I get really excited about it because I'm like, everyone needs to at least know that there's this option on the table, whether you do anything with it or not. Just like when I first talked to Lydia, it was an option on the table because I was picking her brain about it. And then I just left it on the table until, what do we all do? And most people, we wait till there's a problem. We wait until we're literally like, we need to fix something before we actually do it. And so, yeah, I'm just like, okay, I don't want anybody else to have to wait till something's not right in your body before you stumble upon it. But then again, like you, Lydia, having the autoimmune and then getting this, and now it's gotten to a point where you're not on medication.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's changed my life. And I think, you know, anytime you can help somebody change their health, you change their life, you know? So, I mean, you know, when I first started, I would have people like customers, they'd text me, oh, you know, thank you because of you, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, really? You know, because of the capsules? I don't know. I mean, like, it's almost unbelievable because it's a variety of things. Like, I had a lady, her cancer numbers went to remission levels. She had cancer for 12 years. Her doctor said, you know, this is as low as your numbers are going to go. And boom, they were down to too low to quantify. I mean, I was in tears when she called me. And then other people, like my lady with the psoriasis, cleared up in 30 days. You know, it's just your body uses the nutrients where it needs it. So it doesn't matter if it's brain, gut, skin, eyes. I mean, it's amazing that the same 3 capsules can affect so many different things. It'll blow your mind. It really will. So.
And it's proven to do it.
Yes.
Those studies is why there's so many physicians, and I love listening to them, like Dr. Odom, and just to hearing all the finding and what is completely true. Like, it's just legit knowledge, and it's like there's no, you know, once you know that, like, oh, I can actually say that this is what it does. Right. It's not like those claims you hear of other things out there, like, oh yeah, this is going to do this. It's like, but like you said, Lydia, our body gets to decide what it does for us individually. Right. Just like when we work out, we exercise, we can't like, oh, I just want to spot treat my gut. I just want it to go right. Yeah, I want that to be flattened. That's what I want. Instead, you may lose it on your boobs. You may lose it in your butt. You may lose it other places, but our body gets to decide because, like Lydia, you said this a lot. Sometimes people don't know they have cancer. You don't feel it. There's no symptoms. And right now, even with COVID, they said, you may have it and you don't know it. There's a lot of things that happen on the inside that we don't know what's going on, but all we know is when we eat food and just like exercising, drinking water, sleeping, lowering our anxiety, anything like that, it's going to do something in there and the body knows what to do with it. And we can at least trust in that. Yeah. And so unlike something else that we may take that we're looking at the back going, well, this is, I don't know, where the heck did this thing come from, China? And it's not regulated. And I love that it's a food label. Mm-hmm. It's a food label. So it's not like, you know, you're going to overdose on it, or it needs a big warning slapped on it or anything like that. So I love that for someone like me who's never taken, I don't like to swallow pills. It's something I've always struggled with. So I never did get into the whole vitamin thing. So I'm a gummy girl, and I love that that's an option. And, or I can toss my capsules into my shake and just pulverize it.
Yep.
Right. But the other thing that I love about this one I think a lot of people don't realize, like you mentioned, Lydia, is when the fruit or vegetable is picked, that's all the goodness you're going to get in that.
You know, Dr. Odom just taught me that last time he was here visiting, and I thought, oh my God, that makes so much sense. It doesn't continue to ripen. It starts.
Why would it?
Moving. Yes.
It's now like it's done. It's like its lifeline has been cut.
Right.
It's done. So you're not going to get any more out of it. And you didn't get the full benefit if it wasn't ripe. And so that's the difference is, going to the grocery store, we're not eating vine ripened food. We're getting picked early, sitting on a box for whatever. So that lowers the quality of it and the nutritional factor that we're going to get into our body. But with Juice Plus, this is what I love is that they pick it when it's fully ripened, and within 6 hours, it becomes a capsule. Within 6 hours, like the process is just, I would love to go like in person sometime and see that, to be able to tour that. I've seen videos of it. It's really amazing, but they have, and like you said, Lydia, like they know they're farmers. There's no like third party happening, like everything, like there's a legit farmer for this ingredient, like for this vegetable, for the, that's what they do for this company. And I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks,
Thank you, ladies.
Thanks for getting on tonight. And hope you all stay healthy and well. And if you have any questions, just reach out.
Absolutely.
Right.
Thanks, girls. Had a good time.
Thanks, Lydia.
Thank you.
Take care.